Hi, I'm Josh from Beat the End. Just doing a review on my MSR Miniworks water purifier. It's great for camping. Basically, it comes with this cool bag you get here. Once you open the bag here, it has your purifier, which comes like that. It has a little measure. There is a ceramic thing in here, and once that gets to where it's not tight, you do want to put a new ceramic filter on it, and they're not too expensive. This whole setup, MSR setup, is about $90. Sometimes you can get it for even a little bit cheaper, $80, $75 if they're on sale. It comes with that. It also comes with your manuals. See, it's not in great condition because it's been sitting in the bag, but it's the instruction manual, and this one's in English. They give you about 5 different languages: French, Russian, Japanese, Spanish, and there might be 1 or 2 others. So they come in everything. I only have the English one in here because that's what I speak. And then it also comes with a little nice scouring pad to clean your ceramic if it is too dirty. And how this works is it's very easy to use. I've used this one other time in a lake, and it worked just superbly. Basically, it does have a little clip for your tube here, and so you get it out just like that is what you get. You get the tube going to the filter. You have this on the end, or close to the end. That's a little floaty guy. It goes in the water and just sits kind of on top, so you get the top water and not the dirt and crap. What I've done here is there is kind of a little piece like this, a little sponge inside of here, and it just gets all the big stuff. What I've done, and a good idea to do, not that there's any problem with using it without one, is I have a coffee filter here and a rubber band. So I put the coffee filter over, tied up with the rubber band. It basically makes a pre-filter, and it makes it a lot easier. It makes it so there's not a bunch of junk in your filter here, in your little pre-filter. So the easy way to use this, all you have to do, as you can see, the water we're using here is actually very clear. This is called Clear Creek. It's in Arizona. There is actually a spring about a ½ mile to the east, and it feeds this coming right out of the rocks. So it is probably very clean to drink anyway. I didn't want to test it because you never know. This water right here is kind of sitting. It does flow, but it's very slow. So you can still have Giardia and some other bacterias in it. So it's always good to use one of these. For the price, you can't beat it. Last time I came down here, I had about 2 gallons of water stowed away in my backpack, which makes it really heavy. Right there, you're at about 16 pounds. So this weighs maybe a pound, maybe a little over a pound, I think it is. So all you do is you take off the bottom cap right here. You can put it on here. This is a 1 liter per minute, so you're going to get 1 liters per minute if you're pumping at a decent rate. And it'll fit any Nalgene type bottle. It'll fit all 4 of these bottles we have laid out here. 2 of them are Camelback bottles, and we'll actually just use this Camelback bottle with the AZRA, AZ Raft Adventures logo. They're a great rafting company that does the Grand Canyon river rafting. I'll put a link to them in here for you to check out. My wife actually works for them, and they do some cool trips on the river, some 9 days, 14 days, 6 days, so a whole bunch of different stuff. But all you do is you just put your bottle right on there, make sure it's tight so it's good to go, and then you got it really easily just kind of throw it out in the water, and as you can see, it kind of floats, but the actual end of the tube goes down, but not all the way to the bottom for the most part. and you got to start pumping. It takes a little while to get everything filled and for it to start pumping through the ceramic element in it. It's not too hard to pump. It does become a little tedious when you're doing 4 bottles like we will be doing. I'm only going to show you one, but I'm pumping a decent amount, and it's at about an 1/8 filled right now already. And so as you can see, if you'll come in a little closer, if you can see that it is dribbling in, and the faster you pump the better. Haven't had any problems breaking this one or anything. It's real easy to pump. And there is a kit you may also want to get. I don't have it yet. It's basically a fix-it kit. It has some of these O-rings in it, because that's the main part that goes out on these is the O-rings, the little gaskets. And so basically what it's doing is, how it works is it's pulling the water up from here, up into this thing right here. You have a little plunger, and so every time it's down, it's pushed down into the ceramic filter, actually around the ceramic filter, and then it pushes through the ceramic filter. So you pull this up, it pulls water in from the from whatever water you're using, then you push it down, and it basically forces it into this whole reservoir here with the ceramic in the middle. The ceramic in the middle has basically a tube, and that tube lets it run down right into the water bottle. I am going a little bit slower, so you'll actually have water a lot quicker if you are really pumping. It's very easy. It's not just for good water, it can be used with muddy water. Like I said, you might want to, especially when you have water like that, you're going to want to put a coffee filter on there. Make it good to go. So it takes about maybe 5 to 10 minutes a bottle. Make sure not to overfill the bottles, because you don't want too much pressure, and it'll start blowing the gaskets if there's already too much water in there and it's trying to force more water into the bottle. But I'm just about done here, and that would be one whole bottle. We got 3 more to go. I won't show you all those, but as you can see, it's not very hard, and you can get your bottles filled pretty quickly. So basically, when it's right to the top, you just take off your bottle, and this will come out a little bit more, basically what's left still in the reservoir. I'll just real quickly show you. I'll put that there. Here's how you take it apart, and it's very easy. You take right here, has threads, and you just turn, and then you don't have to do this every time and pour out any excess water. You do, after you use it after a trip, you do want to get the element, the filter out of here to dry, and everything dry so it doesn't have any mold or anything on it. As you can see, there's a little tube right here. The water pulls through here into this right here, pushes out the tube, and then it goes into right here, in there, and this is in the middle, that ceramic element. So what happens is the water passes through there, and it's cleaned and filtered, and then it dumps out right there. So what happens is the parts you may have problems with is this little O-ring right here, or actually it's a pretty big O-ring. It's an orange one. There's actually an O-ring on the plunger, and some more water will come out, anything that's still left in there. There's some more O-rings up there, and then you can easily just take this off and pull it right apart, and it comes off very easily. If you need to change it, it's good to have your O-ring kit, which I don't have yet, but it's good to have it in with your filter, and so you can just easily change it if there's a problem, if it starts leaking. And basically you'd use that scouring pad I showed you earlier to clean this if there's junk on it. And then you also have that little thing, I'll show you here. Just another quick minute. This little red guy right here. So it just goes like this. Basically, it needs to be tight. When you push it over, needs to be tight. So if it's, and you don't want to push it too hard or start taking some of that ceramic off. If it's tight on here, you're good. Over time this is going to wear down. So you want to make sure that's tight. If it can't go through, if it pushes right on over it, you're going to want to get a new filter. I think the actual filter element's about $35, $38, somewhere in there. So that's how to use this, and I'll just take a drink. Like I said, this is very clean water. You can use it on pretty much any water. There is another pond we could use it on in the back that's standing water. That's just fine, but it tastes just like water you get from the tap. I haven't tasted this water by itself, so it's hard to say what the difference is in taste, but it tastes just fine, and I have no problems with it, so it works very well. So thank you and have a great day.